Good morning, my ClearPath friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is April, and I'm here with ClearPath for Veterans New England, and we are very excited to have another great guest with us today to talk about family resilience. And really, as many of you know, back at the beginning of this month, we launched our 50/50 for Life campaign. And really the focus has been on bringing awareness to veterans suicide. And as part of our series, we've been lucky enough to not only partner with our guests on a regular basis, but also to really talk about some of the concerns and some of the issues that that our veterans face today that some of you may not be aware of. So I'm really excited to kind of go around and introduce you not only to our awesome ClearPath team, but our guest here today. And I'm going to start with Kelly Radcliffe. She is one of our peer specialists. We have Michael Mullen. He is another peer specialist and a jack of all trades. We have Janine Germain, who is one of our executive directors that does a great job on our community outreach. And then we have Jennifer Baublitz with the Brookfield Institute. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so to get our conversation started, I actually would like to, before we even do introductions, I'd love for Kelly to tell a little bit about our 50/50 for Life raffle and kind of where things are, because it's very exciting that jackpot is growing.
Yes, we are just under 26,000.
Yes.
So it is growing and growing and growing. So the prize keeps growing, but we still have an early bird special, which if you buy your tickets before 11:59 tonight, you will be entered for that early bird automatically. And the early bird for this week is 2 tickets to Patriots versus Tampa Bay with a hotel stay and dinner at the 110 Grill. Everybody's super excited about this. It's going to be a good game. And if you do win the early bird, you're also still eligible for the 50/50, just so you know. And all the money comes to the Veterans Organization and helps with our programs and helps provide as many programs as we can to help reduce the risk of suicide. So not only are you helping a great cause, you're getting a chance to win some great prizes, and some cash would always be, good. So it's
what's it at again? What's the jackpot at again?
26,000. Well, just a hair under, but it'll be over 26,000. We're hoping to get even more, but yeah, it's huge. And so you are eligible for half of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Half of that.
Which
so
is
yes.
awesome. So we have, so we're closing in on our early bird. 11:59 p.m. makes you eligible for the early bird, as well as still in the running for the jackpot. And then we're 6 days out. So next Wednesday is the close of our 50/50, and sharing is caring, friends. So share with your friends, let them know about all of our programs here at ClearPath for Veterans. And this is one way for them to get involved and really give back. So thank you. All right. And with that, Kelly, I'm actually going to have you start with introductions of yourself, and then we'll kind of round robin to Michael and then Janine, and then last but not least, Jennifer.
All right. Well, like she said, my name is Kelly Ratcliffe. I am an outreach peer specialist here at ClearPath for Veterans New England. I am a Army combat veteran. I spent 8.5 years in. I was an MP, sorry. So I do a little bit of everything here at ClearPath. I'm involved with a lot of the events, and you'll see me at the front desk most of the time. So yeah, I do a little bit of everything, and I love it here.
Yeah. Kelly's the glue that keeps us on track.
Glue.
Mm-hmm.
Michael?
Oh, right. So me, I am that guy here at ClearPath. The one who gets called for many different things, but I do a lot of data collection and IT and systems work. I also have a background in mental health, and I am an Army combat veteran. I served with the 101st as an infantryman, and yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Janine?
I'm Janine Germain. I'm the executive officer here at ClearPath and a founding member. I've been here about 4 years, and I do volunteer coordination. So I coordinate all the volunteers for those that are interested in giving back. And I also run a family group called Family Force that I'll talk about in a little bit. I do some outreach, some fundraising, and just trying to have fun here.
Awesome. And how about you, Jennifer? Tell us about you and the Brookfield Institute.
Yeah, so I'm Jennifer Baublitz. I'm the executive director of the Brookfield Institute. I'm a military spouse of 18 years. My husband is currently serving. I'm also an adjunct professor at Assumption University. I have a background in resilience, school counseling, and public education. The Brookfield Institute, our mission at the Brookfield Institute is to build resilience and access to resources among service members, veterans, and their families in order to combat the impact and effects of veteran suicide. So all of our programming is rooted in theories of resilience. So we utilize Froma Walsh's family theory of resilience. And Froma Walsh is a researcher and therapist, and she essentially focuses on family belief systems, which really encompasses making meaning within the family. So focusing on family identity, the family narrative, hope, and spirituality within the family, as well as core values. Communication within the family, so problem solving, collaborative problem solving skills, sharing of clear information and feelings, and the organization of the family. So the different relationships within the family, accessing mutual support, as well as resources to kin, community, and finances. So all of our programming is designed to really enhance those factors among military families and veteran families as well.
And Jennifer, do you mind me asking a question?
Absolutely.
How much of what you're doing has to do with veterans or service members reintegrating after time serving or deployment?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of what we do is really geared towards building community and providing veterans or service members who are reintegrating, whether it's post-deployment or into the civilian community post-service. It's really geared towards, providing them with access to an empathetic ear, somebody who understands their experience, who can, who can relate to them, and access the resources they need in order to navigate that reintegration. And then, of course, because we serve the family members as well, we're strengthening that unit and providing them also with the knowledge and resources they need in order to assist their service member or veteran in that reintegration process, as well as the family, because the family reintegrates into the community just as the veteran does. So really focusing on, communication and access with those family members is important.
And what are some of the benefits of family-orientated approach as you're serving veterans?
So, some of the key risk factors when it comes to veteran suicide include, trauma background, but also a loss of sense of belonging or camaraderie, that loss of tribe, as well as a sense that they are a burden on their family. So when you focus on the focus on the family and community, you're really providing that service member with that tribe that they're missing. And that sense of belonging, as well as empathy and understanding, which can be really effective in trauma healing.
Interesting. And so kind of what is some of the research when it comes to talking about suicide and suicide prevention? I know on a lot of our streams, and we've been sharing different statistics, I think it's very eye-opening. Do you have anything that you could share about that?
Well, again, like I mentioned before, the research really points to those essential risk factors, for service members, that loss of sense of tribe, that trauma background in the sense that they are a burden on, their loved ones. So really, focusing on these skills for resilience will help them navigate those waters. And, when it comes to preventing suicide, oftentimes if you can get somebody who's experiencing suicidal ideation to access a person or a purpose that would keep them here, would prevent them from going through with suicide completion, be more successful in individual,
I think we might have missed the last part of what you're saying, Jennifer.
Yes.
Yeah, you froze up a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was saying, as I mentioned before, those are the essential risk factors in veteran suicide, the trauma, loss of, community or sense of belonging, as well as that sense that you're a burden. Therefore, when you really focus on building skills for resilience, you're providing those protective factors for that individual to really identify their meaning and purpose and, the relationships that will keep them here. So you're more likely to mitigate, the impact of suicidal ideation and help that individual access the clinical support they may need to, heal their trauma background and, come out of the woods.
So the stronger or more resilient the family, the more or the greater the protective factor against suicide in veterans.
And
I think
so,
yes.
would you say, I think she's frozen? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I like is that she's talking about is the having of the tribe, because that's one thing that I've found at ClearPath is they're my tribe now. If I have a bad day, Michael will be at my desk, Brandon will be at my desk, PK, everyone will be at my desk asking me if I'm okay. So we have that tribe mentality here. And that's one of the things I love about ClearPath. It's like finding your tribe again. And I like that saying. So that's very cool.
Yeah. I know.
Am I
from my
unfrozen?
Yes,
You are.
I am so sorry. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, you know what? Live stream. This is what happens. It's no worries.
Well, I can hear you guys just fine, so it's got to be on my end somewhere. But yes, really focusing on that tribe in that unit. That there's that famous quote by Rudyard Kipling that the strength of the pack is the wolf and the strength of the wolf is the pack. And I may be paraphrasing here a little bit, but that's really what family systems teaches us, which is also, counseling-based theory, is that, you have to strengthen the individual members within the family unit, but then those complex relationships between family members are just as important, and really fostering flexibility and adaptability and communication skills, within the family can help, when one individual is suffering, it helps the rest of the family, pick up where they need to pick up and bring that individual back into the fold and help them heal. So that dynamic within the family is really important. And, just as the service member relies on the unit when they're serving and that camaraderie and that sense of belonging, the family can be that unit for the service member when they come home.
Yep, the family fire team.
Could you share a little bit about kind of how, veterans can reach out to your program and also family members to get some help, and kind of how that works for their participation?
Yeah. Absolutely. So our newest program, Homefront Strong, is really designed, to connect military connected volunteers who go through extensive training with service members, veterans, and family members who could utilize, whether it's social emotional support or guidance and access to resources, whatever the need is. We are able to connect some highly qualified military connected individuals that, that means veterans, spouses, family members of military, people who really get it, with those individuals to help them, provide that non-clinical support that they may need in, re-engaging with the community. So we are able to match individuals with those volunteers. We also are always looking to train volunteers who are military connected, because oftentimes volunteering can give that individual that meaning and purpose they're looking for. It can serve as a healing experience. We also have a storytelling component where our volunteers are trained to listen to and help service members, veterans, and their families develop their service-related stories. We then record it with them, and if somebody is a combat veteran and they're eligible, we can help them submit it to the Veterans History Project at the Library of Congress as well. All service members, veterans, and their families, regardless of service or discharge status, are eligible to record stories with us or be matched with a volunteer. And then the other component is we provide special events that include, educational workshops, as well as family fun days. So opportunities for families to build skills, but also just connect and have fun with each other, and really, tap into what it's like to be, happy and feel like they belong again. And we actually work with a lot of our partner organizations, such as ClearPath, in offering some of these special events. So, for example, tonight we have the first of 2 workshops we're doing with Family Force at ClearPath that focuses on military and veteran couples. So we're going to talk about skills for more positive communication and conflict resolution and ways in which couples can connect, through stressful times and despite differences that may have, solidified over the years. And as a matter of fact, we actually just wrapped up our first Home Front Strong training with a set of ClearPath volunteers. So really looking forward to utilizing those individuals moving forward. But anybody who's interested in the Home Front Strong program or any of our other programs, we do have a military bereavement support group that focuses on family members who have lost service members to suicide, as well as out in the town of Ware, we do a food distribution and we have other events that we host. They can just find us on our website, brookfieldinstitute.org. And if you click on what we do, that'll navigate you right to the Home Front Strong program. And there are buttons where you can fill out forms to either become a volunteer with us or, access the program, whether, like I said, it's you want to tell your story or connect with a volunteer.
Awesome, which is perfect lead into Janine and sharing about our Family Force program here at ClearPath.
Right. We've been working with the Brookfield Institute for probably, about 3 years now?
At least.
In the early days of ClearPath, we decided to put together a family group. And I didn't mention earlier that I'm also a military spouse. My husband served for 25 years and he retired in 2012. And we moved back to Massachusetts and we're completely lost. So through ClearPath, we have been finding our tribe also. So we stood up our family group with 3 ideas. And I worked with some other military spouses to come up with all of this. But we want to focus in our group on, 1, having fun, being together with other spouses, the camaraderie, decreasing isolation. The second thing is education. There's so many people out there that have no clue what a military spouse actually goes through, or what our life is like. So we try to educate people on different family type problems, solutions, how to be resilient, focusing on overcoming some of the barriers that we have in our own lives as spouses. So we put together some workshops often with Brookfield Institute. We've done things like healing from trauma, moral injury, and the peer support training, and the workshops coming up tonight and in July. So we usually have a really wide range of workshops to go through. And they're fun and they're educational, and there's people that take them and say they have never even considered a spouse's side or spouse's view before.
Right. And I want to say that I attended one of Jennifer and Janine's workshops in the past, and it had a huge impact on me and my understanding of what it's like on the other side of the coin.
Yeah, thank you.
I think it is beyond beneficial for any service member or veteran to take a moment or take an hour to spend with these 2 and get that.
And sometimes it helps the veteran to understand that, hey, there's another side to everything, especially those that are struggling. And the third thing that we do is we do community service. We give back. So at Thanksgiving, you can see us doing food drives, putting together boxes of food. Christmas, we usually have a large Christmas party with presents and stockings and food and coats and gloves and just anything we can do. We have crafts for the kids. We usually do something at Easter also. So there's always something fun going on. We try to get together at least once a month, whether it's a workshop or something fun. We have probably going to have a palette making welcome sign workshop coming up soon. So it's not all learning. There's a lot of fun stuff in there, and just being together with other spouses is very beneficial for us.
And didn't this last holiday season, you doubled your food boxes you gave out during the holidays? It was amazing. all your hard
did.
work.
We couldn't have the party because of COVID, and we stood outside in the rain and passed out everything we could, just loaded people's trunks up with stuff, and it was great.
Amazing, amazing. Also, you mentioned that you have another workshop coming up in July. Is it the same workshop that's going on this evening, or is it a different one that you may want to share with everybody?
You can take it separately, but it's kind of a second part to what's happening tonight. It's all about relationships and forging stronger bonds in the military family.
Yeah.
Do you have to be in a relationship to go, or is it something like if you're single and you're trying to figure out why?
Great question. No, people that are single can come. It's all about relationships. So you'll be in one day, or you were in one that you want to understand better. So it's going to be great. And I'm actually attending by myself tonight. But that's okay.
I mean, and these skills can be applied to non-romantic relationships as well, right? So relationships with friends, family members, you name it. So yeah, all are welcome.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
Well, thank you so much for sharing about the programs. Thank you, ladies, for all that you're doing to make a difference in the lives of veterans and their families. And also, Jennifer, thanks for sharing that information about veteran suicide and kind of the research behind it. Kelly, I think that we are going to kind of we are literally at 25,970. So like before we end this stream, friends, we need like $30 and it like puts us to the next level. How exciting. Yep. So I'm going to let you wrap it up with our 50-50 and kind of get people really excited here, because I know I'm excited.
Yeah. I mean, who can't use $13,000 minus taxes? You know, I mean, it's a great opportunity, like I said, and that early bird prize is a lot of people are going, you know, just for the early bird prize over the cash. They'd rather go to Patriots versus Tampa Bay because, you know, they want to see that Brady's back and that conflict. So, you know, it's a great cause. It really helps us provide everything free. So everything we do here at ClearPath, we provide free to the veterans and their family members. So this just helps us provide more things, more family programs, more programs in general. So you'll be helping out the veterans community as well as getting a chance to win some awesome prizes. So by 11:59 tonight, if you buy those tickets, you'll be eligible for that last early bird, which I said is the Patriots tickets, and then one more week and we'll do the giant drawing. We're hoping to get up to 30,000, so maybe you guys can help us reach our goal and win some money.
That would be amazing. And just for all of our watchers, and we will send out a reminder, we have some special guests cheering us along tomorrow when we pull our winner tonight and make our announcement live at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Same place, 11 a.m. tomorrow. We have our president, Scott Bolger, and some special guests. So I highly encourage you to tune in. Each and every one of you, thank you so much for all that you do. You know, I'm always humbled in learning from you every week and being able to just really kind of host and learn so much about the programs. And so thank you for all that you do. And thank you all for watching. And if you do have a comment, this is recorded, so please do leave it in the chat. We're happy to get back to you. And please help us to you know, enhance our programs and go to clearpath5050.com and help us to reach that $30,000 goal. Thanks, guys, for all you do, and I will look forward to talking to you all again soon. Thanks, Jennifer, Janine, Mike, and Kelly.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, guys.